Yo, I'm gonna tell you the reason why he wouldn't be over there. Y'all ready? Cause he can suck and pacify over there. He was 12 years old. He was suck pacify till he was 12 years old. He couldn't do that in the house.
Crying like a baby, holy
Yeah.
They trying to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't gonna tell you everything like that. They trying to hide it.
Going on.
Bro, come on. It's all right. My bad.
So not that with him.
Got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all time. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you.
King Harris, the son of renowned rapper T.I., has always lived a life full of luxury, fame, and media attention. Growing up with access to the finest things, King's life seemed like it was destined for greatness, with his father's legacy and fame paving the way. However, reality came crashing down when King found himself fighting for his life in the ICU after a brutal jail ambush that left him blooded and barely conscious. What seemed like just another prison altercation quickly spiraled into something far darker, raising questions about the true motivations behind the attack and the extent of the conspiracy involved. King, once flaunting his wealth on social media and living life in the public eye, had always been rebellious, confident, and at times, reckless. His Instagram posts showed off stacks of cash, chains, and a lifestyle many could only dream of. Yet, those same displays of arrogance would soon paint a target on his back. King's behavior and his constant boasting about his father's wealth and influence made him an easy target for those around him. Inside prison, however, his fame and family connections were meaningless.
This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name?
What's your name?
My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. File your shit.
Come back.
What? On game what? On game what? Yeah, come here. I'll tell you what I do. Come here. I'll tell you what I do. Come here. Come here.
In a place where respect is hard-earned and danger lurks at every corner, King's bravado would ultimately lead to his downfall. Before the ambush, King was facing a slew of legal troubles, including old warrants for DUI, reckless driving, and a suspended license. These legal issues led to his arrest, and soon, he was thrown into a prison system that cared little for his celebrity status. The public had watched as King's life took a dramatic turn, from being a spoiled celebrity kid to a prisoner among dangerous inmates who saw him as an easy target. Sources claim that King entered the prison with the same cocky attitude he had outside, wearing his father's name like armor, believing that his reputation alone would protect him. But in the unforgiving environment of a Georgia prison, that was far from the truth. The attack on King wasn't just a random fight between prisoners, it was a carefully planned ambush, allegedly orchestrated by other inmates who resented his arrogance. Prison sources claimed that the attack had been in the works for weeks. King, constantly flaunting his ties to his father and his wealth, had been bragging about his family's empire and calling out other inmates. This created resentment, and before long, the tension boiled over into violence. One former inmate reportedly said, "They want to break you down, test you, or use you as a pawn."
King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
Here. No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. Man, go.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In the neighborhood, you meet that roach up the roach.
Roach in your ear?
Y'all wanna go to the bando and man my neighborhood? Do y'all wanna go to the bando? Do y'all wanna go to the bando? To make him look better, he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
You did have a silver spoon.
Look, used to have to come to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the
You
fight.
cried like a baby to go to your grandmama's house.
Every day.
You need to hold your breath.
Every
You
day.
know, tantrums is over there.
Neighborhood. I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside in the neighborhood. That's why I want to be over there. They don't understand that.
No, I'm gonna tell you the reason why he wouldn't be over there. Y'all ready? Cause he can suck and pacify over there till you 12 years old. You want to suck and pacify till you 12 years old. He can do that in the house.
Crying like a baby, holding breath.
Yeah.
They trying to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't gonna tell you everything like that. They trying to hide it.
Ain't nobody hide that.
Sugarcoat it. He capping.
Hey.
Man, no business. Man, no nigga ever saw a car ever in life. I stand on business. You got me somewhere, I stand on business. You got me in your hood, I stand on business.
You stand on business.
Yeah. I've been stood on business. I've been stood on business. You want to hide it for the world, I'm going to put it out there for them to see.
Hey, man,
I want to put up nowhere. You ain't had me put up nowhere. Like, you ain't had me behind the mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do.
You was behind that till you cried.
No, I got too much to drink. I drunk too much. Let's go. Now, get mad because we say the South ain't the suburbs. Then he want to talk about some other like this being sick. This being sick. No, I'm being real. You lying. You over here flagging. You're capping. You capping. I know you.
Ain't no mystery, man.
I know you though. I know you though. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all doing that to me. Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking.
You are embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
Man,
what did you talking
get off me. Get off me.
But you can't do nothing with me. Ain't shit you can do with me.
And for King, he was seen as prime bait. The ambush was violent, and as the guards allegedly turned a blind eye, King was mercilessly beaten. When the violence erupted, the prison cameras conveniently malfunctioned, a technical glitch according to authorities. But this was no accident. In Georgia prisons, cameras are known to break when they are needed to be disabled, and sources from inside the prison indicated that someone powerful wanted King dealt with, and the cameras were turned off to ensure no one would see it happen. By the time King was dragged into the infirmary, he was unrecognizable, his face swollen and covered in bruises. His celebrity status had been stripped away in mere seconds, replaced by the harsh reality of prison life. While King lay unconscious in the ICU, T.I., the self-proclaimed King of the South, was desperate to save his son. T.I., who had fought legal battles, overcome street life, and built an empire, was now pleading like never before. Sources close to T.I. revealed that he was on the phone with lawyers, judges, and politicians, using his connections to try and get his son out of the life-threatening situation. The man who once lectured his son about staying out of trouble now found himself powerless, begging for mercy. The irony was not lost on the public. T.I., who had warned his son about the consequences of his actions, was now left to deal with the aftermath, a parent's worst nightmare playing out in real time. However, the story didn't end with the attack. In the aftermath of King's ambush, rumors started circulating that the attack was not just a random act of violence but part of something far bigger. Whispers from inside the prison claimed that King's involvement in a failed contraband deal was the catalyst for the attack. King's name had allegedly appeared in a prison ledger linked to a botched deal, and in prison, a broken promise or a failed deal can be fatal. It was suggested that King had become a liability, a pawn in a much larger game of prison politics. The whispers grew louder, and it became clear that King wasn't just a victim of prison violence, he was a victim of something much deeper. Then, a piece of footage emerged, allegedly showing King in the midst of an argument with inmates before the attack. According to reports, King shouted, "This ain't mine, it's my daddy's business." Those 9 words sent shockwaves through social media. The narrative quickly shifted. The boy who had once been a symbol of wealth and success was now seen by some as a whistleblower, dragging his father's name back into the spotlight. As the footage spread, the public's perception of King changed. He went from being a victim to being someone who had exposed his father's past dealings in a moment of panic. Fans, critics, and social media users all weighed in. with some accusing King of betraying his father and others feeling sympathy for him, seeing him as another victim of the system. T.I., already under immense pressure, reportedly exploded when he heard about the footage. He allegedly slammed his fist on the table, demanding that his legal team bury the footage before it could cause irreparable damage to his empire. The DA's office, smelling blood, was reportedly preparing to reopen old investigations, using King's words as a tool to reignite long-buried scandals. T.I., once untouchable, was now fighting to protect not only his son's life but his own legacy. As the public drama unfolded, T's marriage to Tiny started to unravel. Reports revealed that the couple had intense arguments, with Tiny blaming T.I. for pushing King into a dangerous lifestyle and T.I. accusing Tiny of spoiling their son. The tension within the family was palpable, and it seemed as though their marriage, once portrayed as unbreakable on reality TV, was now on the verge of collapse. This wasn't just a family crisis, it was a public implosion, with every personal detail exposed to the world. Meanwhile, inside the prison, things were only getting worse for King. Inmates, once wary of him, now saw him as a target. The prison system, which had once been something he could escape from with his father's name, had now turned against him. King's last name no longer offered him protection. It had become a curse. Former inmates warned that he wouldn't survive prison politics if he returned after his hospital stay. Word spread that his every move was being watched, and King was seen as a symbol of weakness. The Harris family's empire, once a symbol of success, was now teetering on the brink of collapse. The more T.I. tried to save his son, the more desperate he seemed, and every move he made only brought more attention to the crisis. Friends of the family admitted that this was the darkest chapter they had ever faced, far worse than any lawsuit, scandal, or TV drama. The public's opinion was divided. Half the world mocked King, calling it karma, while the other half prayed for his recovery. T.I. was seen calling in every favor, reaching out to old street allies, and even offering quiet payouts in an attempt to soften the blow. Yet, the more T.I. moved, the more the spotlight was placed on the Harris family. The cracks in the empire grew wider. Lawsuits were resurrected, and old scandals were dug up. Even King's siblings were dragged into the mess, with rumors swirling about their future. This wasn't just a family scandal, it was a public implosion of the Harris dynasty. And yet, the worst wasn't over. King still faced a future in court. The question on everyone's mind was whether he would survive the system, the public backlash, or even the consequences of his father's legacy. This wasn't just a prison fight, it was a war for survival, reputation, and the future of the Harris family itself.